Are you not tired of being lazy? Like, are you not tired of being pathetic and miserable? Are you proud of what you're doing right now to yourself? Look at yourself. You are so broke. You are so unproductive. You are not getting things done. How do you want to enter your rich girl era? Now, my name is Ojoma, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you effective tips that can help you stop being lazy so you can finally enter your rich girl era. So please stay tuned. Do not forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel so you can always stay updated on all my personal growth and development content that I would definitely love to share with you. Now let's get right into the video. My first tip to help you stop being lazy, for you to overcome your laziness so you can finally be that rich girl, live that your dream life, become that person you want to become, is for you to understand that nobody is coming to save you. There is no Prince Charming that is going to get you out of poverty. There is nobody that is coming to save you. You have to take care of yourself. And besides, do you think your Prince Charming is going to find you in your house sleeping? Do you think your Prince Charming is going to find you in your house in your lazy girl outfit? No. You have to go out there and make things happen for yourself. You have to, as much as you're believing in miracles, you have to back it up with actions, because faith without works is dead, and you trying to manifest your dream life without going out there and creating a miracle for yourself is useless. Your manifestations will not work. There is no way you are going to manifest $10 million by sleeping in your house every single day. As much as you're trying to manifest and affirm $10 million into your life, you have to go out there and get a job. You have to go out there and start a business. You have to go out there and do something that will gear you towards manifesting $10 million. Like, for instance, look at Cristiano Ronaldo's partner, right? She was literally working in a fashion outlet when she met Cristiano Ronaldo. Now her life changed. Now, even if you are trying to manifest your dream husband, your rich Prince Charming and everything, you have to put yourself in positions that they are going to recognize you. You have to develop your mindset. You have to develop your finances. So when they see you, they can be attracted to you, right? So you need to understand that nobody is coming to save you. Your life is your responsibility. Your parents cannot save you. Your parents have literally done the best that they can by bringing you out to this world, putting you through school, and now you're an adult and you still want them to take care of you. It literally makes no sense, right? So rule number one to get out of laziness, you first have to put it in your head that your life is your sole responsibility. Tip number two for you to stop being lazy is for you to stop with the excuses. Like, are you not tired? Stop throwing a pity party for yourself. Are you not tired of being a victim in your own life? Like, you were created in this amazing world to live a life of purpose. And what do you do in return? You live your life constantly being the victim of your own story. When you're meant to be the main character in your story, you are busy playing the victim story. Who wants to do that? So stop with the excuses. Excuses are not getting you anywhere. Let me tell you something. If you want it bad enough, you're definitely going to find a way. Let me tell you a little story. When I was back in my university years, right? I was in school and I was so broke. I had this amazing friend. We were so broke together, unfortunately. It got so bad one day we sat down and we were like, how do we get out of this broke lifestyle that we're living? We were so freaking broke in school, right? Our parents did amazing jobs, but maybe either our finances was bad or something, but we were always broke. Now the crazy thing is that we then decided, okay, we are going to start a business. She started selling clothes, I started selling shoes. Now, when I was about to start that business, when I say I was broke, I had nothing to my name. But I knew I had to start this business because if I didn't, I would constantly be broke, and I did not want that. I was tired of living that life, right? So what I did was I had to borrow money to start this business. So now what I am trying to say is that if you want it bad enough, you find a way. So you're making excuses is not even an option because you do not want it. Because if you are tired of being broke, if you are tired of being lazy, you're going to find a way to make things work. Maybe you're like, oh, I want to start a business, but I do not have money. If you really want to start a business, you find a way. Now, let me even tell you something crazy that even happened. When I was moving towards my final year, I actually lost my business money, in the sense that I had a customer and someone I knew back then that was like, okay, he wanted to give his friends and his girlfriend and stuff like that footwear. And I'm like, I'm done selling for the season, right? I'm done with school. I'm in my finals. I want to concentrate on my exams. And most importantly, I am not interested in going to market right now till after my exams so I can figure out what to do. And then he just kept persistent. Like, he was so persistent. I really need to give to them this thing. I am really interested. Now I went to the market, right? And I was shopping for footwear. The crazy thing was that I was literally communicating with this guy. Do you want this? Do you like this? And he said yes. And I bought them. Now, these footwears were not the kind of footwears I would normally buy to sell, but he approved of this footwears and I came back with this footwear. Mind you, I took transportation to travel to the states where I had to buy this footwears, to the market where I had to buy this footwear. So it was not like the market was close by. Now, all these expenses, I came back and this guy literally did not have the courtesy to call me and tell me, I will not be buying this footwear again. He literally stopped picking my calls. He literally stopped picking my responding to my messages. Nada. Now that money literally phased out in my eyes. I don't think I even sold those footwears. Right now, the crazy thing is that I came back to Enugu. I came back home, and I knew I had to start something. I needed to survive. So I now had to switch my business. I did not have the money. I did not have the funds. I only knew I needed to make a way out of whatever I had. So I switched my business from selling already shoes, selling handmade shoes. And the point I thought to myself, okay, I need to learn this stuff so I can give my customers better quality, better designs, and a neater work. And I said, okay, I need to learn. But I still did not have money. What did I do? I took up a job, a teaching job. And I taught for a while and saved up money and used it to learn. So I was literally working a job, and after teaching, I would run straight to the market and go and learn how to make shoes. Now, normally, I would tell myself, how will I, such a pretty, decent, beautiful young girl, have to learn shoes inside the market? But I knew I did not have an opportunity to make excuses for what I needed to do. So I had to take these excuses away. I was literally scared because I know how the market is. The market is so lousy. The market is filled with a lot of doubts. They could literally steal your phone inside the market. And most importantly, you get to meet people from different lifestyle that do not match your lifestyle. So it was a really crazy experience, but I knew it was something I had to do. I did not have a choice. So please stop with the excuses. You're giving excuses that you're broke, or you're giving excuses that, oh, I cannot do this, or oh, this is beneath me. You're not serious. Another tip that can actually help you overcome laziness is for you to respect yourself. You really don't respect yourself. That is why you're so lazy. That is why you're so broke. That is why you lack discipline. Because if you respect yourself enough, you're going to get up and do the things you said you're going to do. You need to understand, for you to become the person you want to be, you have to take actions towards it. Whether it's the lazy girl that is so grumpy, that doesn't get out of her bed, that is constantly depressed, you're taking actions in that direction. That is why you are the way you are right now. So if you want to see change in your life, you have to take actions that is geared towards bringing you closer to the person you want to become. The person you want to become, is she financially secure? Now, what actions can you take that will bring you closer to her? The person you want to become, is she living a healthy lifestyle in the right body weight? Now, what actions can you take that would get you or bring you closer to the person you want to become, right? So you literally do not respect yourself. That is why the way you are, the way you are. You eat anything you come across, you sleep for long hours, you do not get out of your bed, you're constantly mindlessly scrolling on your device. So how are you going to become your highest self? How are you going to live your life fully? If you had a job and your job demanded you to be at work by 8 o'clock, I can guarantee you that you will not be there past 8, because you know that if you go there past 8, you're definitely going to have a salary deduction, or you're going to be laid off, or you're going to be suspended, and you definitely do not want that. I mean, the money is not even enough for you to have a deduction from. So you are very careful about that. You respect the company you work in. For you, you do not respect yourself. You would literally wake up early, like you do not even need an alarm to wake you up to get to work, but now you need an alarm that would actually need to ring 7 good times before you wake up to do the things you said you're going to do for you. To actually learn a new skill, you need an alarm and a reminder that has to go off 10, 15 times before you actually do it. Sometimes you end up silencing or stopping those alarms and reminders and going about your daily life without doing the things you said you're going to do. So, how are you going to come out of your shell? How are you going to learn new things? How are you going to become better if you are not respecting yourself enough? If you are not disciplined enough to do the things you are meant to do for you? Another tip to help you stop being lazy is for you to understand that survival mode creates discipline, right? Like when I was in school and we were so broke and we knew it's a do or die affair. Either we start this business or we stay broke for the rest of our lives. It made us creative. It made us disciplined. It made us, okay, I have this money and I have a business to start. I have to save. I do not just get to do anything with my money, right? I have to put my money together so I can pay back my debt. Survival mode creates discipline. The moment you know that you have to pay for your house rent, you're going to use your money differently. The moment you know you have kids and you need to provide for your kids, you're going to live your life differently. You do not get to sleep on the bed. You do not get to make excuses. You're going to stand up, you're going to get dressed, and you're going to go to work because you know you have responsibilities to take care of. So if you feel you are lazy, it's because you're in your comfort zone. The moment you switch your comfort zone and have to live a life where you have to survive, your mindset is going to change. The way you see life is going to change. The way you even act will change. So if you feel like you are lazy, get out of your comfort zone. You can decide to relocate. You can decide to make your comfort zone uncomfortable. Find ways to do that because the moment you have to survive, the moment your brain will start working. Period. Another tip that can help you stop being lazy, what are you feeding your mind? Right? Now, we are constantly feeding our mind so many things. You wake up in the morning and the first thing you do is pick your phone and you're mindlessly scrolling. And after scrolling for like 1 hour, 2 hours, you then stand up from your bed feeling grumpy, depressed, and sluggish. Now, what happened throughout this process? For that first 2 hours, you were busy scrolling on your socials. You were busy feeding your mind toxic informations. So now you stand up, you are now experiencing what we call information paralysis because now your brain is processing all the data and information it just had access to by just waking up. Now you are processing, oh my God, my friend got a new car. Oh my God, my classmate rented a new apartment. Oh my God, my friend's business is booming and I don't even have a business of my own. Now you are supplying your mind with so many toxic energies. Your mind is finding it difficult to function. Your mind is finding it difficult to focus. Your mind now is indulged and engrossed with so much toxicity. So now you want to be careful on what you're feeding your mind. And most importantly, I also want you to change your perspective. Maybe you feel like you are stuck. Maybe you feel like you cannot figure things out right now. I want you to change your perspective and stop giving yourself the victim mindset. Always believe that you can achieve anything you set your mind to. Like through my experience throughout the years, through my years in secondary school, university, I have tried a couple of things and I have failed woefully at a lot of things. Now, what that has done for me so far is that it has programmed my mind in a way that even if I'm feeling bad, I could feel bad for like a day, 2 days, a week, probably. I could feel bad. But then at some point, I always remember, like I was literally feeling bad some days ago. And then I thought to myself, I was like, Ojima, have you ever been stranded in your life? And the answer was no. And I was like, come to think of it, God always has a way of showing up for me. God always have a way for providing and supplying all my needs. So why do I get to feel bad when I know that no matter how bad it gets, I've never been stranded to the point that there was no way out of the problem or the mess I found myself in? So why do I get to feel bad? Knowing that there is someone up there that has a plan, knowing that there is someone up there that constantly makes a way for me. So I want you to always change your mindset, knowing that no matter what the situation is that you are faced with, you will definitely find a way. And for you to have that mindset and create that mindset and have that perspective towards life, you have to give yourself opportunities to fail and opportunities to win by actually taking actions towards your goal and dream life. And that's it to help you stop being lazy and miserable and so pathetic is for you to know that you are a product of your past. So if you are lazy right now and so broke right now, it's because of the choices you've made in the past. Now, sometimes I look at my past, I do not like to regret my past, right? But sometimes I look at my past and I'm like, I really wish I did things differently. I really wish I started my business way earlier than I did. I really wish that I learned a new skill way earlier than I did. I really wish that I started a YouTube channel way earlier than now. But then the truth is that the choices I made in the past were due to the experience and the knowledge I had in the past. So I couldn't have done things any differently. Like, come to think of it, with the knowledge and experience I had back then, I actually made good choices. I actually made the best choices that I thought I could make at the moment, right? But now, me viewing it from a more knowledgeable and more experienced version of me right now, I feel like I could have done better. But the truth is that I cannot change the past. The past is the past. The past is what it is, right? So now, instead of me dwelling on the past, I have so much knowledge and wisdom and experiences right now. I can actually change my future, right? Because the reason why I'm regretting the past 5 years from now is because I wasn't able to do anything about it. But now, I have 5 years ahead of me. I have 10 years ahead of me. I have more beautiful years ahead of me. Now, I do not want to get to my 5 years version of me and look at right now and wish that I could have done things differently. So now, knowing everything that I know, experiencing everything that I've experienced, I'm going to use that effort and will not spend my time regretting the past, rather spend that time trying to fix my future. So that when I get to that 5 years version of me, I can look back to now and be grateful for the effort that I put in and be grateful for the things that I did for myself. So I would definitely recommend, no matter where you are, do not stop learning. Do not stop putting yourself out there, because the more experiences you have, the more knowledge you gain, the more things you learn, the more exposed you become. Because if I had learned the things I am learning now in the past, I would definitely have a different outcome right now, but I didn't, right? But it's never too late to start afresh. Always remember that. Another tip to help you overcome your laziness is for you to focus on what you can change now. Stop worrying about the past. Like I said, the past is the past. You cannot bring back time. You cannot do anything about it, right? Maybe right now the only thing you can do is dress your bed. Do it. Maybe right now the only thing you can do is try to survive and struggle with your business. Just do it. Like, just focus on what you can do now, because life is a mystery. It keeps unraveling with time, right? There are so many things. It's like a box of gifts. You have to open the package to see what is in it. But the more you open, it's like there are many other boxes inside. So if you open this box, you see one other beautiful box, you have to open it. It's like a mystery. It's a package. You do not get to see everything all at once, right? So focus on what you can do now. If right now the only thing you can do is learn a new skill, focus on doing that. If right now the only thing you can do is do your morning routine consecutively, focus on doing that, because as time goes by, you gain more experiences through the actions you're able to take right now. I was talking with my sister the other day and she told me something that was really crazy, intriguing, and beautiful at the same time. She told me that right now that she's trying not to obsess about so many things in her life, because she has come to realize that everything happens at its own time. So right now, if she cannot seem to afford to start a business, she's going to relish in the fact that she cannot start the business right now. She's going to do other things that she can do, knowing that a time will come she will start that business, and she might even be so busy with the business she won't even have time to herself. So if right now the only thing she has is time to herself, she's going to relish in the moment, knowing that a time will come she may not even have time for herself. That life is in stages and that she would take it as it comes. And that is a beautiful mindset for you to have as a human being. Another tip for you to overcome your laziness and stop being pathetic is for you to not let your past define you. Like, forgive yourself and move on. Whatever you did in the past, whatever mistake you've made in the past, whatever choices you feel like you could have done better in the past is in the past. You've made that mistake. You've done that thing. You've made that decision. You've made that choice. You regret it. Okay. Now forgive yourself so you can move on. Because if you do not forgive yourself, it's going to linger in your subconsciousness. It's going to hold you back from the things you're meant to do for yourself in the future. Maybe you're regretting, oh my God, I did not do well in school. And now I came out with a bad result and I cannot seem to get a job. You cannot take back the hands of time. You already did that. You already came out with a bad result. Now, what do you do for your future? So you do not get to get into the future and look back right now and be like, oh my God, I wish after I came out from school, I learned a high paying skill. You do not get to look back and tell yourself, oh my God, I wish when I came out from school, I started a business. Let go of the past. Forgive yourself. Okay? Because that mistake, that choice was there for a reason. Maybe you could have done things differently, yes, but you didn't. Now you cannot do anything about it. The only thing you get to do is to learn from that mistake, right? Okay, let's say you came up with a bad result. Now you learn, okay, anything worth doing is worth doing well. If I start anything again in the future, I want to put my undivided attention in it and succeed in it. So I do not get to look back and try to wish that I can turn back the hands of time. Another tip to help you overcome laziness is for you to get out of your emotions. You need to understand that you always act based on what you feel. If you're feeling sad, you're going to lay in bed and scroll on your phone. If you're feeling excited, you're going to get out of bed, carry out your morning routine, and be productive for the day. If you are acting lazy, it's probably because of where your mind's at. It's probably because of your emotions. So always try to make sure that you put yourself in a positive mood, in a positive emotional state, so that that way it can actually impact your daily activities, the actions you take, keep you motivated and keep you productive. Another tip that can actually help you stop being lazy and the miserable is for you to stop isolating yourself. Now, I do that a lot. If I am feeling sad or down about something, I do not talk to people. Like, once I am not happy, my default action is to isolate myself. I do not want to talk to anybody, especially if you are the one that offended me. You literally do not exist in my eyes. Like, I do not even want to associate. I do not even want to talk to you. I don't want to look at you. Nothing. I just want to be by myself and sulk in my emotions. Now, this is good and this is bad. Because what this does for me is that it helps me manage my emotions, because I know that I am not happy, I know that I am sad, and I do not want to transfer aggression on you or anybody else around me. So I isolate myself to help me understand my emotions, let go of my emotions, heal my emotions, and move on. That is why I isolate myself. But another thing it does is that sometimes I found out that when I isolate myself, it heightens the emotions, right? So now if I was feeling this sad, now I am feeling angry, right? And what this does is that sometimes it actually takes a bit longer for me to let go of that emotion and be productive. And for every single time that I am in a negative emotional state, I cannot function. I cannot be productive. That day is completely useless for me. So do not isolate yourself. When you feel like you are in a negative emotional state, even if you feel like the people around you are pissing you off, find somewhere else or find something else or find other people that make you excited. Like if Mr. A pisses you off, go to Mr. B that makes you happy. I'm not talking about in romantic relationship terms. I'm talking about in your relationship with people. If your sibling pisses you off, talk to your parents. associate with your parents, but do not isolate yourself, because the moment you're associating yourself with someone else, you are a social being. It helps lighten the tension in your mind, your emotions. It helps loosen up that tension. It makes you feel better and makes it easier for you to process your emotions and let them go. But when you isolate yourself, now you're alone. Now you're all in your thought. Now you're dissecting and emphasizing and trying to understand your emotion. You're now poking holes where there are none. You're now magnifying the lens and seeing things for what they really aren't. So please don't isolate yourself, because the more you isolate yourself, the more you're going to lead and get towards depression, the more you're going to always be in your feelings, and the more lazy and unproductive you're going to become. Another tip to help you stop being lazy is for you to understand what you're passionate about. Maybe you're lazy because you've not found your passion, right? Maybe you're being unproductive because you're working at a company that you do not enjoy, a company that's probably too stressful for you, or a company that does things you do not understand. Like, for instance, you have passion for tech, digital things, and then you're working in, let's say, a company where you have to be a laborer in. That is going to be stressful for you, and you are never going to find passion in it. And then you're going to be so unproductive, because you're going to find out that you're not going to learn, you're not going to grow, you're going to be stuck in that particular position. But in life, you always have to follow your curiosity. Like, what are you curious about? What are you passionate about? Before I started my shoe business, I was intrigued. I didn't know I liked shoes like that until I started the business. Like, I was literally trying to survive. That's why I started the business. But when I started the business, I was intrigued by fashion. I was intrigued by the world of design, creativity, and shoes. Right? And I would find myself, whenever I was thinking about my shoes, I could not think about anything else. The worst thing that ever happened to me was thinking about my business in the night. Because the moment I start thinking about shoes and my business in the night, I cannot sleep. I am automatically having a sleepless night, because my dreams keep me up. The things I wanted to do in my business, how I wanted to run my business, would keep me up through the night. And it geared me towards learning so many things. I found myself learning how to do content creation. I found myself learning how to do graphics designing. I found myself registering for classes that taught you on how to manage um, customers and clients in your business. I found myself learning. So if you follow your curiosity, if you follow the things you are passionate about, you're going to learn, you're going to be productive with your time and with your life. Another tip to help you stop being lazy: set the standard on what productivity means to you. Do not let the world impose its definition of productivity on you. Like, you could literally go online and you would see different people posting different productivity tips. Maybe they could tell you things like, oh, me having a productive morning, going to the gym, um, cleaning out my house, doing the da 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 da, whatever. That is their standard of productivity. Now, as human beings, we should own our individuality. You do not get to be someone else. If you are living your life based on someone else's standards and principles, you're diluting your potential, you're diluting your uniqueness. You get to be you on purpose, right? So define what productivity means to you. Productivity might mean waking up in the morning and having a consistent self-care routine. That is you being productive. That is you feeling productive. Productivity might mean to you learning a new language this month. And even if that's the only thing you were able to accomplish this month, as long as you feel fulfilled, as long as you feel like that gets you closer to your purpose and the life of your dreams, do it. You do not need to incorporate a thousands of tasks in your daily activities. It clogs your mindset. It makes you feel unproductive. It makes you feel like you have a lot to handle than you can actually handle. So define what productivity means to you. Another tip to help you stop being lazy is for you to create structure. For me, I definitely hate structure. I hate routines. I hate having to go to work every single day at a certain amount of time and do the same thing over and over and over again every single day. I hated routines, I hated patterns. And that is the thing I dread the most about getting a job. Like, I could literally get a job, I could literally go ahead and apply for jobs, but I am always miserable every single time I take up a job. Because having to do the same thing every single day, every single week, every single month, every single year freaks me out, right? It makes me feel like I am stuck. It makes me feel like I'm not using my creativity. I'm not being creative. I'm not being productive, right? But then you need to learn how to create structure, because as much as I do not like jobs, you still need structure in your life to succeed at anything you're doing. You need to be disciplined enough to tell yourself, I'm going to wake up 7 o'clock every day so I can carry out my morning routine and then work on things I want to work on for me. I have to wake up early to work on my business. If you do not create structure, you're going to um, miss deadlines on supplying your packages to your clients. If you do not create structure in your life, you're not going to learn a new skill. If you do not create structure in your life, you're not going to start a new business. If you do not create structure in your life, you're going to struggle in every single area of your life. So, as much as you tell yourself, or I tell myself, that I do not like structure, implementing structure and routines in my life has made me more productive than I could ever imagine. Now, the thing is for you to create your routines and your habits in a way that it makes your life easier and not tedious. It makes your life interesting and not boring. And for that reason, I'm going to recommend two good books. The first one is The Miracle Morning, and the second one is Atomic Habits. So you definitely want to read these books, because these books would actually help you understand how important habits are in your life, and actually how to make your habits interesting and exciting at the same time. And that's it. To help you stop becoming lazy is for you to clean your living space. Learn to clean your space. If you feel like you are lazy, the first thing you should do, and very unproductive, the first thing you should do, and the first thing I would recommend you do, is for you to clean your living space, and maybe even try to rearrange your living space. Place things a little bit different than where it used to be. That would actually help brighten your mindset. It would help give you the perception of change, because now you walk into your room was messy and now it's clean. It gives you some form of motivation and boost in your energy as well. And that's it. To help you stop being lazy is for you to remember why you started. Why did you start the business? Why did you start the YouTube channel? Why did you start that course? Why did you register for that school? Why did you start? Let you make sure you have a strong why, because if you don't, you're going to forget why you started and you're going to get bored in the long run. Now, when I started my business, I started because I was broke and I needed some form of income. I needed to be financially stable and independent. So I started the business. And I'm going to tell you, it wasn't rosy. There were times I was so frustrated. There were times I had the most difficult customers. There were times I was making losses instead of profits. And there were times I wanted to give up because it was just too hard. When I think to myself, I'm like, if I give up now, is it for me to go and take a job? How else am I supposed to make a living? I do not want to take a job. So now I'm stuck with this business, right? And when I think about it, sometimes I'm like, I really love shoes and I really love what I'm doing. So I have to stay. And most of the time, it's because I don't want to be broke. So I have to stick to the business. So you have to remember why you started. Have a strong why attached to the beginning. So that no matter how hard it gets, no matter how boring it gets, you will stick to it in the long run. And maybe in the future you decide, okay, I do not want to do this. Maybe in the future I decide, okay, I do not want to do my business. That's completely fine. But now it's because I know deep down this is not what I want to do. So then I would actually go ahead and start something new that I am really passionate about. But having a strong why is going to help you do it for the long run, to see better results in the long run. And that's it. To help you stop being lazy is for you to learn to ask for help. Okay, some of you are very good at multitasking, some of you are very good at being self-reliant in the name of being independent. You do not get to do everything on your own. Understand that people are placed in your life for a reason. Sometimes you meet people because they were meant to carry out a specific task, because they are meant to help you out in something. Do not keep your mouth shut. If you need help, ask for it. The highest a person can tell you is no, I cannot help you. You're not going to die. It's just no, right? And if the person rejects you, someone else is going to accept to help you. All you have to do is ask, because a closed mouth is a closed destiny. And finally, the last tip to help you become productive is do not entertain boredom, right? The reason why you are so stuck, the reason why you are so lazy, the reason why you are so miserable and so broke is because you are entertaining boredom. Learn to be progressive, learn to keep growing, right? Keep learning things, keep engaging yourself, put yourself out there. Do not be scared to try things. Do not just sit in your room and be like, oh, I'm so broke, I do not have money to go out, or oh, I'm so broke, I cannot afford to do this. Then you decide to languish in your pain and your frustration by being depressed and laying in your bed all day. That is not going to solve your problem. That is not going to get you closer to your goals, right? So get out of your bed. Do not entertain boredom. Do not let yourself be bored for 1 second. Chase your dreams. Put yourself out there. Do not let the fear of failure hold you back, because the more experiences you gain, the more knowledge and insight you have through life. It gives you an opportunity. Start early so you can fail early and learn early. So that way you can even succeed early. Do not tell yourself, oh, next season I'm going to start. Start now. What's stopping you from starting now? Nothing. Right? So now we've come to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know in the comment section tips that help you stop being lazy. I would definitely love to hear from you. Do not forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel so you can always stay updated on all my personal growth and development content that I would definitely love to share with you. Now I'll see you in my next video. Bye.